Talk.
All right, welcome to the Unplanned, Unprepared, and Unpredictable podcast. I am one of your hosts, Thomas. Thomas, I want to be
Mm,
Thomas today, and
okay.
my co-host, Geraldo. I mean, how do you want us to call? What do you want us to call you today?
Call me Aldo.
Am I recording? I am. I am. Did you say
Wow.
Aldo?
Yeah,
Aldo? Okay.
Aldo.
That's not
Yeah.
a. That's not a common name. I feel like.
No, you know the name Topher?
What?
Like Topher Grace, the guy who was in that '70s show.
I feel like I've heard that name one time in my life, sure.
Yeah, Topher is short for Christopher.
Oh,
So it's the usual dynamic, or I guess the usual convention of taking the first part of a name to create a nickname. That's not the only path. You can take the end part of a name
sure,
and
sure, sure.
create a nickname
But
like
I
that.
mean, I
So
feel like it just changes the name too much.
no, I think that's what I like about it.
All right, Aldo.
Yeah,
Okay, all
Aldo.
right,
Yeah,
Aldi, what's up, Ald?
Aldo.
Anyways,
Aldo.
anyways,
No, Aldo is a name. It's like,
is it
wait, it's a movie. It's a character name. I
Aldo?
for sure. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Aldo shoes. No,
Yep,
that's
it's a
a
shoe company.
that's a
Yep, it is
guy.
definitely not a name.
No. Hold on, hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aldous Huxley.
What?
Aldous Huxley
Yeah. If
was an
you have to
English
scroll that
writer.
far down on Google, I
Um,
feel like it's just not. It doesn't exist.
Aldo
You know?
name.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. How
Huh?
you? How you? Did we talk? We did talk last week. Last week
We did.
actually was
We did.
crazy because you know what? Oh, I want us to get back to consistency.
Mm.
Yeah. So I know holidays were busy, and I actually take some of the blame for our inconsistency. But
Most of the blood.
most of the blame. No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you being serious?
Yeah. You were the one who was unavailable.
I don't recall any of that. But oh, you
Wait.
could talk a little bit louder, or like closer to the mic. But anyway, you know what?
You were the
Whoever.
reason.
Whoa.
All your fault.
What? Whoever's
All your
fault.
fault. Huh?
Look. Let's not hold things against one another.
No, I'm
And
not.
false accusations, that's a crazy thing to do. But you know what? Look. The point is, I want us to get back to being consistent again because it has felt
Mm,
inconsistent, right?
mm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Anyway, hey man, how you? You know what? I know we talked last week, but we didn't get to talk outside of the podcast at all. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Oh,
I
really?
uh
Why?
I got back from vacation. I ran a half
You know
marathon.
what? Like people like you disgust me. I'm actually
What? Hold on.
people who
What is
run like how long is a half marathon?
it's just 13.1 miles.
Just? Did you say
Yeah.
just?
Yeah.
You know, I just so I've had my Fitbit for I don't know like 3 4 months now, and I
Uh-huh.
just hit a badge. The badge was 250 miles. So
Wow.
in months and months and months of time, I've walked 250 miles.
Okay.
Yeah, like
That yeah. Uh-huh.
like we have evolved so far beyond using our legs. Like
Mm.
you're just spitting in the face of all this luxury and technology that we have access to. And you
Mm.
disgust me as a person. I I hate people like you. Like why are
Oh,
you on purpose running? Like we no longer have to run away from anything. We have all kinds of different transportation with wheels on them, like a bicycle even. I'd respect you more if you rode a bicycle. But using
mm.
your legs to go 13 or 26 miles is an atrocity.
Yeah, but it's the fact is that I'm pushing myself to do something that you normally
You
can't.
know what?
And that
I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure I could run a half marathon like right now without any training.
honestly, I think you could. A
Okay.
half marathon's not that bad. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think you could for a full
A full
marathon,
marathon? Okay. Yeah.
which I've run
I
twice.
do have reservations about that, but
Yeah.
no, I think I could do it. You just go. You just keep going and you don't stop until you hit what, 26.2 miles or something?
Yeah. I no, I think it's different. I think the human body, like,
Yeah.
kind
It'll
of
shut down?
naturally No. I don't think it'll shut down, but I think naturally, like around 10 miles is like, all right, you can do it. But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you do twice that, and it's a different thing. It's a different level. Yeah. So I don't know that. You know that How I Met Your Mother, that there's an episode where Barney runs the New York Marathon for fun,
Yeah,
or like on a bet without training at all.
yeah.
And he's able to finish it, and everyone's like, oh, super surprised. But then like the joke is that he runs it, but his legs are like dead afterwards, and he can't like stand up,
You
right?
think that's realistic? You think there's any truth in that?
I don't think it's realistic, because I don't think somebody who hasn't trained for a marathon can nonchalantly run it.
You know what? Like, okay, I'm sure it has been done. I wonder how difficult it is. Okay, real
So
quick.
like if they can do it, it must be someone who's athletic. Like maybe like they're not training for the marathon, but they're just athletic people.
Okay, how hard is it to run a marathon without training? Perfect Reddit is the first result.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the very first comment 3 years ago, you can totally run a marathon without a training plan. Continue to go out and just do whatever you feel like. Running, okay, so it's without a training plan. Okay, that's not. I don't think that's not what he's asking.
Yeah.
If you can do 20 miles, you can do 26.2 miles. If you can do 17 miles, you can do 20 miles. Okay, so this second commenter, he says, go try to do 17 miles and see
Uh,
how you do. Because definitely you can do 20. Okay, I don't think they're understanding the question. Anyone have experience running a marathon without training for it? I'm
uh,
not gonna read what the question is, but it seems like you have to go do something. I'm confused. Hey, you know what? I have my the weight that I have had on my license since I was 16. I still weigh about the same. So I've kept in fairly good shape into my 30s. Eh? And
okay.
and I pickleball every week. Hmm?
Okay.
I think I could run at 10. I think sounds doable. 15 maybe. Okay, 26 is a lot. Huh? That's a big jump from 15.
I like I said, half marathon, I believe it. I believe you can do it. But a full marathon, it's if you can do a full marathon without
How much is a
training for it,
marathon? How much you pay for your yeah, how much is an average marathon?
I don't know, ranges from like 100 to
You
200.
know what? That pisses me off even more. That you're spending 100, $200 to go run
Uh-huh.
26.2 miles. It's 26.2?
Yeah.
What's with the random number? Why is it 26.2?
Oh, okay. So there was a big battle in ancient Rome
Oh my
where
god. Okay, anyways, okay.
and
okay. I
and
I've lost
they needed to
interest.
send
I've
they,
lost
no, they
interest.
needed to send listen,
All
they
right,
needed
I'm
to send
listening.
message from the battlefield
Mhm.
to the city. The city was
Mhm.
called Marathon.
Oh.
And a guy, he from the battlefield ran 26.2 miles straight, got to marathon, and then gave the message and then dropped dead.
Oh.
So
And this
yeah.
was a guy who's been training his whole life.
No, this was just a guy in war.
But he's a military person. I assume they're
I don't know,
for
but
shape.
I guess
Oh.
the reason why people run marathons is to say,
I don't
we'll
die.
we'll do this thing and not die, and you know,
You know what? Like
to-
as you were saying that, I was thinking about it too.
Huh?
You think I'll die? You think there's a chance if I actually go out to prove that I can do a marathon without any training, that my heart could explode?
People have died running
From what?
marathon
Their heart's
marathons.
giving out?
Yeah, well, they most of them I think have pre-existing conditions that either they don't know about, or they I don't know, they didn't care about. But yeah,
You're just
it's a lot
jogging
of
for
it's a
four
lot of
hours.
huh?
You're just jogging for 4 hours. How hard
So
could that be?
4 hours for a full marathon is a really good time.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay.
It's above average for
What's your
sure.
average for the two marathons you have run?
6 hours,
Oh,
30 minutes.
okay.
30 like 45 minutes. Yeah.
So watch Infinity War and Endgame, and then you're done, basically.
Mm.
I feel like, yeah, you're just jogging through two
Yeah, my
movies.
But mine was probably on the slower end. So I think if you trained for it, you could probably do like
No,
five
the point
hours,
is,
5.5
anyway,
hours.
either way, you're paying money. You know what? Like people who like don't are who are underprivileged, like that's
Mm.
a crazy way to spend our money. You
Mm.
know, $200 to go run. That is actually like so disrespectful to people.
How much money have you spent on cosmetic items in video games?
That's neither here nor there. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
No, but I still
exactly.
use that stuff. I still use
Exactly.
it. I still enjoy
No,
that game very much.
yeah,
A
I
thousand
mean,
dollars. What?
running $1,000?
A little under 1,000, maybe. Okay.
Okay, bro,
What?
that's
Over?
just
No, but
straight
it's over 4
disrespect.
years though. Over 4 years though.
Well, over
Over
4,
four
it
years.
doesn't matter.
It
A
matters.
thousand.
It matters.
What can you know what you can do with $1,000?
Almost nothing.
No, oh, what? What?
Okay.
$1,000, bro.
Anyways, hey.
You can buy a cheap car with that,
Oh,
like
not a
a
thousand.
used car. Yeah,
No, no,
you
not
can use.
nowadays. Inflation is
Yeah.
crazy. No, no, no.
Okay.
A
Wow,
thousand
that's
is a lot of.
crazy.
It's not necessarily.
$1,000 for
No,
pieces of code,
no.
basically. They're
I
pictures.
mean,
That's like NFTs.
no. But
Uh-huh.
and people invest in things. Hey, I still use it. I still use the colors, the
Hmm,
little pixels on the screen. I still use it. Hmm?
that's
And you
crazy.
know what? Who knows? Maybe my kids will use it one day. You have anything to talk about?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about
What?
the psychology of people being compelled to pay real life money on cosmetic enhancements to video games. Why? What?
Honestly, if I could take it back, I would take it back.
How?
But
Yeah.
I know some younger folks who play. Who like I know this one. This is gonna. It just doesn't sound right without knowing my life. But I know this middle school girl. So I know this middle school girl.
Bro.
Listen, listen. Why can't
Uh-huh.
I know people of all ages?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah,
Do
it's I have this very appropriate connection doesn't sound good. Relationship doesn't sound good. Anyway, I know this middle school girl, right?
it.
and I and I play video games with her sometimes. But she has spent so she just started playing Valorant like less 6 months ago and has spent hundreds of dollars. She's a middle schooler. Hundreds of dollars on skins. I don't know. I don't know why people do it. It's cool and it enhances the user experience. But if I could go back, I mean like I would keep
It
some of them. But
it
yeah.
it objectively does not, right? Because it's
What?
only a cosmetic enhancement.
No, no,
It
it
doesn't
feels
enhance
different.
the.
It feel because the sounds they're different. Like in Valorant, it's pay to win for sure. Like the guns, I don't know exactly what happens to our brains, and of course, it's probably some sort of placebo effect, or maybe Riot actually buffs you, like increases your accuracy if you purchase skins. Whatever the case may be, you definitely play better with skins. I'm sure if you did a study, like a controlled study, that would be like conclusive. That the results would be very conclusive. That skins
So
help you win.
even if that's the case, though, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that it increases your chances of victory 50%, and that's like verifiable, right? What does that do for you? Like, what does winning more games of a video game do for you?
Winning, it's good for your mental health and emotional health. Cause I can promise you, losing, it's awful.
Huh.
Yeah, like you get so angry and you want to break stuff. That can't be very good for your mental health.
Yeah,
So there's
I get.
positive effects, endorphins and dopamine. Your brain just releases all the all these chemicals. It's like drugs, but not bad for you.
Hmm.
Probably.
Yeah, I disagree.
Why?
I disagree.
Why?
Video game addiction is a real thing.
I mean, addiction to anything that makes you feel good is a real thing.
Yeah, but video game addiction in particular, I mean, it can ruin your life, especially these like loot box game mechanics, like where you have to pay money and do these kind of things. $1,000 over 4 years is probably on the low end of what typical people spend.
Uh, I want to argue it's like median, probably, somewhere near the middle. But
But
either
I,
way,
uh,
well,
no, but
people who spend more, I think they can afford to do more. I'm in the case where I couldn't afford it, but I did it anyway. I don't know.
yeah, I'm sure there are people who do it without being able to afford it too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like Pokemon cards. I actually saw a Dave Ramsey clip where
Mm,
this guy he racked up $26,000 in Pokemon card debt,
mm.
and his wife wants a divorce.
Yeah,
Twenty six
that's fair.
thousand in credit card debt. Yeah, that's insane. That's yeah.
Mm.
But will a divorce help? Like, if she divorces him, won't the debt still be a part of her life?
No, not if it's his debt, right?
Well, I don't know
Isn't that
if
why people get divorced to separate finances?
like so if it's like a I don't know. If it's in my name, but what if it's like a joint thing? I assume all debt once you're married, it's like together. But I obviously don't know.
Yeah, I think don't they do that where they like litigate who gets what, and that
Oh,
isn't
including
debt?
debt.
Isn't that what's part of it?
I mean that is something you definitely want to fight for, which makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah. But anyways, I think it's it has to be like something in the mind is being rewired in a negative way um, when you find yourself spending real life money on cosmetic enhancements to a free to play game. Right? That can't be
Huh?
normal, right?
No, I'm
No.
sure. Nah, that's normal. It's fine. Well, I guess it depends on if you can't control it anymore. Like I don't buy skins anymore. Could I
Uh-huh.
control it back then? Yeah, yeah, I could. But it's like $100 here, $100 there. It sounds like a lot, but over time, it's like look 48 months, $1,000. What is that?
Mm.
1,000 divided by 48. That's $20 a month. That's what is that? That's a coffee like every
That's
week.
that's not even that's more than Netflix. You could have had Netflix for 4 years, maybe even 5 years with the money you spent on that. That's a
Same,
lot.
but I mean, like it's coffee every week. That's not that much money.
Coffee every single week. That's well, no, you drink coffee for $20.
No, once a week, it's $20 a month. So if you have a $5 coffee every week, there it goes. A lot of people have
Yeah,
coffee. Yeah, some people
yeah.
drink coffee. Some people buy skins on video games.
So you don't buy coffee?
No, of course not. It's a ripoff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I only buy it for special occasions when last time I bought coffee was at Dunkin' Donuts. It's because we're going on a road trip and
Mm,
just stop by. But yeah, I actually don't even drink that much coffee nowadays. I've been trying to wean myself off of caffeine because I
mm,
think I definitely was addicted to caffeine. But
mm.
now I have like the mixed coffee, just like like I don't know, 20 milligrams of coffee a day, something like that, probably caffeine a day.
How old are you?
30 something.
Wait. Are you allowed to
I don't know.
is that
I actually don't want to give up. Yeah, mid 30s. I'm in my mid
okay?
30s.
Okay, let's just say you're 35, okay?
Sure.
And then so I'm gonna do some calculation here. Let's say 35 and you have
Calculations. Okay, go ahead.
gosh. So you let's say you invest that $1,000
Oh my god.
and
Okay.
and
Yeah.
let's assume a modest gain of 7% a year. Okay. By the
Okay.
time you're 65, that's like over $7,000.
Okay. Okay. But that's over 30 years of my life. A
Yeah.
gain of 6K. No, but listen. I'm making much better. There was a different time in my life. Like I was a younger, more foolish person in my young 30s. Anyway, yeah. I'm making much better. Look. We splurge on things.
Mm,
Everybody splurges on things. I splurged a little bit on video game cosmetics. Some
mm,
people go out to get a drink every week. Every day even.
mm,
Yeah. There's that joke. The joke is like This guy was being interviewed by this lady, and he apparently like he went out for a beer every day, which was like I don't know $5 or $10 a day. And then she
Mm,
was like, you know what? If you invested that money in a blah blah blah, you could have $100,000, something like that, right?
mm,
And and he asked the interviewer, do you have $100,000? She's like, of course not.
mm.
Um, uh, anyway, basically, like everybody, spends money in a unnecessary way. But if they enjoy it, why not? If it's not ruining your life and you enjoy it, and you're still saving for retirement and your future, I think go ahead.
Mm.
Yep. My 401k people, they say the money I'm putting in there, I'll be 100% funded for my retirement.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's surprising.
that's surprising. Surprising.
I didn't know that you were financially savvy like that.
I'll put a couple $100 a paycheck away.
Mm,
But and then by the time I'm retiring, I'll get like a little over 2,000 a month. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
mm,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Ah, I just
mm.
knocked out my headset. Hold on. But anyways, the point is, you know what? If it doesn't ruin your life and it makes you happy, and hey, you know what? I also think, like you say, I could have $7,000 if I invest $1,000 right now. Who knows
Mhm.
if I'll live that long? Life is there are unforeseeable circumstances. So also
I just
like save for the future, but also enjoy right now.
so if you got a credit card,
Mm.
would you pay extra money to change the picture that's on the credit card, like the cover?
I wouldn't, but I think that's okay depending on how much it is. Why not?
What if it was $1,000?
To change the picture of my credit card?
Mhm.
Oh, no, it doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about you
That's
and
a
your
false
video game.
equivalence. You always throw out these. No, listen.
What do you mean?
It's a very enjoyable thing to have a Valorant gun skin. Like it completely changes your experience. And
Yeah,
that's the game I still play the most.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you do you, I guess.
I don't know. I'll think
There's
about
just
it. Mm.
yeah, there's just like nothing like it, the digital world, like the like cyber world, right?
Mhm.
Is it's like a new thing. So I guess it's kind of
Why
unexplored,
do you sound so
but
old? What
no, but
do
it
you
is
mean?
new, right?
What? Not that new.
Like metaverse, right? Like
Okay, sure.
the world that's being created there.
All right.
Do you watch Black Mirror?
No, not at all.
There's an episode. This would work much better if if you watched it. But there's an episode where um, it's like a dystopian future where everyone just kind of it's like that. You're really spending money on is like food that you eat. You work like a dog, and then like you buy food, and then like some cosmetic changes to your like little digital avatar, and that's like all people do. And I always think like, oh, that's like that future would never happen. Like, who would be dumb enough to spend real life money that they make just purely for like cosmetic changes in their digital avatar, right?
No, sure. I don't know what that means at all. Like I can't even picture what you're talking about. But listen, it's not just well, okay, some skins you buy on Valorant are only cosmetic, but some they change the sound effects, the VFX. Like
Mm.
it looks and feels really, really different.
But yeah, that's what
And
I'm talking
increases performance.
about. No,
No, absolutely.
it's not supposed to, right?
It does though. I think it's provable. Like if somebody did a study, like they would prove it. Yeah, for some reason, skins with VFX, the people who use them, their performance like increases at least 10%. Like at least 10%.
Mm. Yeah, hola. Anyways, it is what it is. You live the way you want to live, and I'm just not gonna understand it ever.
Hey, you know what? That's okay. Not everybody has this, but some people understand me for sure. Some people understand you and your weird running. You waste money about you pay money to run. That's
But
crazy.
but there's obvious benefits to running though. Like that's good for health
There are
and
benefits to winning.
not obvious.
They're obvious. They're
There
very
might be
obvious.
some.
Hey, to some people, you know what? Maybe some people, to some people, your marathon running is not obvious. The benefits are not obvious.
No,
I
I think it's measurably obvious.
I actually feel like it's a net negative running a marathon.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because like you can hurt yourself.
I mean, it costs money. You can hurt yourself. You can do it for free. I don't know. It just like all these. It makes no sense to me. Anyways. You see, you know what? And this is okay to value different things because we're different
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Hey,
You continue to
huh?
value the digital
No,
things.
listen.
I'll value the things in real life.
Whoa. You're gonna alienate so many of our viewers. Like all of
Oh,
them,
maybe.
actually, most of
No,
them.
but okay, that's fine because I want to advocate for, touching grass and doing
Wow,
things.
you're a hater. Hey, you're not being
What?
sensitive. That's actually a phrase that holds much negative connotation within my community. Huh? My
What?
community doesn't like that phraseology. Like that's very hurtful to us. Touching
Why?
grass, it's very everybody like that's a criticism. Oh, go touch grass. Go touch grass. Look, I touched some grass today, actually.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
why is that? Why is that an offensive thing?
Like, oh, you're so good at this game, bro. Hurry, just go touch some grass. Like, you spend so much time in your room, you smell, you don't shower. Like, go touch some grass. That's how it's used.
No, that's not okay. Maybe that's how it's used. But what I'm saying is, I advocate for
Touching grass.
touching grass
Exactly.
more
You
so
think you're
than.
better than us. You think you're better than us?
You know what's funny? You're the one putting yourself in that category in response to what I'm saying. Like I'm not the one putting you into that
No,
category.
but I'm telling you what that phrase is usually used as. Hey, anyways. What do you think? You know what? I've been asking a lot of people. I've been asking ladies of all ages. What do you think about buying an engagement ring before you're even dating? A used
Dumb,
engagement ring.
dumb,
It's dumb? Why? Why is it
really
dumb?
dumb. Because you don't
You're
know the
dumb. Huh?
no. If you don't, if you're not dating, you don't. How are you gonna? Everyone has different preferences, right?
Well, some ladies I think will have be less strict and have less preferences
Hmm.
and be more chill about it. So it
But it
depends
also,
somewhat on the lady that you'll meet. Yes.
yeah, but yes, but what message are you sending to this lady?
Oh, okay. So my actual real life situation, my one of my friends, his engagement broke off. They were incompatible, so they broke the engagement. And he has a $15,000 Tiffany's ring, and he can't return it, and he was gonna sell it, and he was kind of joking about it, and I was like, you know what? Hey, let me buy it. He's selling it to me for $4,000. 8 payments of $500 a month, and then I don't know. I just have a good feeling about it, so I'm buying it
Why?
currently.
Why? Why? Why is he selling a $15,000 ring for $4,000?
Oh, because Tiffany's rings, the price, like the retail price, is inflated just because of the name brand. The
Mhm.
gold and materials that compose it, it's not worth 15K, but it's inflated by the name. So
Mm.
if he sold it to like a pawn shopper, like a just sold it to some stranger, I googled it. Tiffany rings, they hold between 20 to 40% of their value. Like most of the
Really?
value is just the name.
That's
Oh, I mean that makes
that.
sense, right? Like that's with anything. I saw this Instagram reel of this Chinese guy, and he was like, this luxury bag, it costs retail like $38,000, which blew my mind. Did you know that purses can be tens of thousands of dollars?
Yeah.
I was shocked at that number. 38,000 is a crazy number for a purse.
Like watches can be that expensive.
No, but I mean, watches are metal. Like this is just a leather bag with a anyway. So, but then he broke down the material cost and the labor cost. It was like 2K. So $36,000 is just name brand for this purse.
Wait, but why? Just because he's selling it, it doesn't negate the fact that it's a Tiffany ring, right?
What's that
It
mean?
shouldn't shouldn't it still hold value because it's a
No,
Tiffany
I don't
ring?
know why the resale market's so poor, but Google, it said Tiffany's rings, if you sell it, it holds 20 to 40% of the value. So,
That's
uh,
stupid. Why would anyone buy Tiffany rings? You
name
know,
name brand.
if
So,
I no, but that's dumb because it's well, anyways, if my wife sold the engagement ring that I bought her, I would profit from it.
because it went up in value. No, like some cars, right? Like I mean, cars. You buy a car immediately, you try to resell it. It's like half the value.
So, but yes, that there's wear and tear on the
Hmm.
car. I think that's one thing.
Hmm.
It's like a car is a depreciating asset because
But
it's wear and
also,
tear.
many ladies don't want a used ring. That's a
Yeah,
thing.
but rings like diamonds aren't. They're not supposed to be depreciating assets because like what wear and tear can there be on that?
Listen, I don't know. I really don't know anything about Tiffany's, but apparently, if you put that name on Tiffany's, bam, they can sell it for a lot. So the ring itself is just gold and diamonds, right? But
Yeah.
the you put the Tiffany name on it, bam, 3 times what it's worth, apparently.
So, but then okay, let's say you buy it for $4,000.
Yeah.
Isn't there inherently more value to it because it's Tiffany? Like, wouldn't I'm just not understanding the math here.
I don't know either. This is just from my internet research and the
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Well, anyways, getting back to it. I no, but what if like imagine that you married like you started dating a girl, right?
Yeah.
And she says, "I have a house." Like you don't have to worry about it. You can just move in. That's great news for you on the surface, right?
Mhm.
But if the house everything about it is already set towards the preference of the girl and none of it to you, wouldn't you feel some sort of way? Like, oh, like
I'm a
she
very
wasn't really
flexible person. I'm extremely flexible. I can't imagine how a house.
what if it's a house that like they use some special type of insulation so Wi-Fi signal doesn't travel very far.
I
So
don't use Wi-Fi.
what do you
I
use?
use Ethernet cable. I'll drill a hole through all the walls and get
No,
wired.
no,
Yeah.
let's say that it's not drillable.
Okay.
Like
Anyway,
the
so
wall,
some it's a metal
like the
house.
whole is yeah.
We can drill
The
through
walls are
metal.
all metal, so
We can
you
drill
can't
through
drill
metal.
it.
Okay. Okay. So I couldn't get fast internet in this house somehow.
Yeah.
Like what? How slow? How slow? Like 100 megabytes per second?
No, like 5 megabytes per
Five
second.
megabyte per second?
Yeah.
I mean, we can move.
So that's the point. That's the point, right?
No.
Like
So yeah.
you wouldn't want to commit to that
No. No.
house.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. No. That's hurting the quality of my life. How is that? Again, I feel like I'm not
Well,
just saying it. This feels like a false equivalence to me.
no,
I'm
no, no.
standing
Hold
up
on.
in my
Listen,
chair
listen,
right now.
listen,
Okay, I'm listening.
listen.
Yeah, okay, I'm listening.
How is it hurting the quality of your life? Like just
I
because?
spend so much time on the internet. Everything I do
Yeah.
is even this podcast.
Okay. Okay.
With we couldn't do
All right.
this podcast.
So
Okay.
so an engagement
Yeah,
ring
yeah,
that a girl is gonna wear
yeah,
all the time
yeah,
and show off to her friends
yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
Like, wouldn't it hurt and be negative to say, "Oh, this is a used ring that my fiance bought before we even knew each other."
Like I think no, see, to me that doesn't really affect the value of the ring because
Does no,
why?
just because you
No,
don't care
no,
about
no.
the ring
Listen,
doesn't mean
listen,
that
listen.
the
Okay,
girl's
okay.
not gonna.
So some ladies they might be like, oh, I don't want a used ring, or oh, I want to. Like some ladies are very specific about their ring. But so worst case, I buy this ring. We could sell it and buy a new ring, I guess. But here's the meaning behind it. One, I think it's kind of sweet that the person that I'm dating, they were preparing for me before they even met me. I think that's kind of sweet. But also, you know what? Like I think it's gonna be very very hard for me to break 6 figures. My salary has kind of plateaued in within my chosen career fields. And for me, this is like, you know what? Like, even though, so the max I was ever gonna spend on an engagement ring was gonna be like $3,000 or $4,000 anyway. But one, this is helping my friend. My friend, he's stuck with this ring that, you know, is worth so much less than what he paid for. He's able to sell it to a friend, me, and give me good value, which I think that's valuable for me. That's valuable for him. But for the future, my future, you know, fiance, it's like, you know what? I can't afford the best things, but I'm gonna try my best to give you the best that I can get. And this is a great value. Like for me, maybe the lady, some people won't appreciate this, but this is a tremendous value. We're saving $11,000. I don't know. That feels like win 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 to me.
But it's not win for the girl who. So it's all about the idea of preference,
Hmm.
right? There's value in preference,
Sure.
right? Yeah, like a black card to me might be worth more to me because I prefer it than it is to you,
Hmm.
right? So if you're removing the option of preference, then it's inherently worth less. You see what I'm saying?
Well, we can. I don't know if you can adjust the ring. Like I don't know, but this is a
No,
really
no, but so like being able to say, "Oh, this ring, I really liked a diamond cut, a circular cut with three prongs in the ring." Like that was my preference, and I'm really glad that my fiance got that. And I liked this specific color, and this specific level of clarity, and yeah, he took all that into consideration and bought me this ring. There's that being able to say something like that versus, "Oh, my fiance was just helping out a friend, so he just bought a used ring
no.
and gave
That's
it
not
to
the
me."
only reason. I really like this ring. I think it's really really pretty. It's got
So,
yeah.
but you see, those two statements are true, though. I mean, that statement
Mm.
is true, though, right? Even if there's more to add on to it, plenty of people can just say that that statement is true, and think some way about it.
Yeah, helping out a friend.
No, it's not just that. It's no, you got to remove that part of it. Like
Which
if you're gonna
part?
help out a friend,
Which part is the
if
bad
you
part?
if you're because why is helping out your friend being intermingled with like one of the most
It's a side
significant parts
benefit.
of a
It's
girl's life?
one of the many benefits. Okay, we can take it out if you want. You know, who cares about this friend? Actually, I feel like partially we're ripping this guy off low key. But
Yeah.
no, okay,
Well,
listen. Mhm.
first of all, anyone listening to this, don't buy your engagement ring at Tiffany. That's just dumb.
No, some people like the name brand. A lot of ladies like, especially
No,
anyway.
apparently not. And if it only holds 20% of its
20 to
value, maybe.
40, 20 so
Yeah.
resale value, it holds 20 to 40 because like when you sell a ring, nobody cares about the name brand. They care. Well, okay, so people who care about Tiffany's will want to, but Tiffany's is also kind of like a high tier luxury brand. I don't think like broke people like me are generally looking at Tiffany's as an option. And like on eBay too, a lot of the options were, you know, like around $3,000 or $4,000. Anyway, it's like it's a weird. I think the part of it, it's a niche that people who can afford Tiffany's, they don't care about the money, and like people who want to buy used Tiffany's rings usually wouldn't buy it. I don't know. It's like a really complicated kind of thing. But I'm getting, I think, what the ring. I'm paying what the ring is worth. Yeah.
If your fiance bought you a gaming PC,
Mhm.
but it was a used gaming PC,
Mhm.
and you couldn't change anything about it, all the preferences, all the settings were set in stone, how much would you appreciate that versus a fiance who bought you a computer that was completely
No,
personalized?
there's nothing. Honestly, there's nothing you could say because I think that's fine. If she bought a $15,000 PC for 4K and gave it to me, I'd be like, that is tremendous. What a
Yeah,
tremendous
what
value.
if the computer is really nice, but like you can't play any games on it?
What?
Yeah, like it's a really nice
We need to
computer.
think of a okay. That analogy does not
No, no,
work.
it's a Mac. It's a Mac, so you
Oh,
can't
she
play any
buys
games on it.
me, then I'll
A
just
really nice Mac tower.
so I can't. Oh, I mean, I would love that gift, but I can't use another computer. Is that is that what it is?
Yeah, because that's the exactly like. Can your fiance receive a engagement ring from you and then buy another engagement
You know,
ring?
okay, part of okay, I know like this is too short-sighted to say, but I would also kind of like a lady who isn't that like I know engagement rings and marriages are usually like like they're women are very strict about it generally, right? But I also know there are many ladies who are pretty chill about it. Like I actually have a friend of mine who yeah, she just does not care. Like I actually have many friends like that who just they don't care about their ring. They didn't really care about the wedding. Like they care about other things. And some and I would say most ladies, more than 50%, probably have like a specific dress and ring and wedding in mind. But I would actually probably I would think that somebody more compatible with me would be more flexible about something like a ring. Yeah, yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with a lady being very strict and specific about that kind of stuff, but I
Mhm.
would actually assume that the lady that I'm more compatible with would be less stressed about that kind of stuff, even if it's like very common.
Yeah.
All right. No, hey, worst case, I buy this ring and we sell it. We get like at least 3K back for it, probably. And then we
So,
can go buy a cheaper ring.
but so my point is though, like, why risk it? You're gonna lose a thousand
No,
dollars.
I have a really good feeling about all of I don't know why, but man, I okay, so without giving okay, I don't want to give anything away, but there are a few times in my life where I've had a very good feeling about things and I pursued those things and they worked out very, very well. And this is just one of those times. And again, like the risk is so low. Worst case, I might lose $1,000 over a couple years of time. $1,000 is not that much, apparently, to me.
Apparently, to you, I
Isn't that weird how $1,000 is a theme of the podcast? That's
yeah,
weird.
that's so weird because $1,000 is a lot of money
It
to me.
depends over time. Over time, like over 10 years, $1,000 is like very little.
$1,000 is $1,000.
No, it's not time value money. But anyways,
Yeah, but
um, you know what?
I say don't do it.
I'm not.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I already did. I already submitted my first payment in January.
My
No,
gosh.
this is a really nice ring. It's really, really nice. And no, worst case, I lose like $1,000. Best case, I make money. Best case, my future intended loves the ring.
All right.
And like the values of the ring that come with it. I mean, okay, if my engagement broke and I was reusing the ring, I think that's wrong. 100% that's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100% that's wrong. But
Yeah.
like
Wait. Why is that wrong?
to reuse a ring because it
Yeah.
was intended for another lady that I was pursuing.
Okay. So it's okay to buy a ring that doesn't have an intended recipient.
It's new to us? I don't get it. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's new to Oh, yeah, it's new to us and I bought this ring no hoping that I would meet somebody special enough to give it to. I think that's kind of sweet. How come nobody You know what? Okay. I've asked like a 30 something young 30-year-old lady. I've asked a 24-year-old lady. I've asked a middle schooler. Is that it? I've asked some men. Well, you included. You're one of the men I've asked.
Uh huh.
And the person selling me the ring, I've talked to him a little bit. But here's the feedback. The middle schooler said, "Oh yeah, that's kind of cute." The 24-year-old said, "No, I have a very specific ring in mind." The 30-something-year-old lady was like, she had some hesitations, but I think she came around to it. The more I showed her the ring, I talked about the ring, and told her how much how much I'm paying versus how much it's worth. Right. So I think she's sort of like in the middle, but leaning more towards being okay with it. You hate it. The guy selling to me doesn't care about it. So it's mixed reviews. What's the point of what I'm saying? Why am I saying this?
I don't
Oh,
know.
some people, it's
Uh-huh.
like 50-50. It's 50-50. Some ladies think it's cute, some ladies don't think it's very good. Anyway, it just depends. It depends. And I feel like and plus like for me, compatibility If the lady I meet next is extremely strict about something like this, it's low. It's a what's another word for low key? I don't know any synonyms for low key, but
Um,
somewhat.
mhm.
It's kind
Under
of a
something.
red yeah, it's kind of a red flag, honestly, because like my life is very it's very it's different. That's all I can say about my life. It's very different, and the what's it called? Priorities are a little bit different from regular people who just want to make a lot of money and live a happy life. So yeah, that could yeah that actually might be a good filter. But you know what? If I meet somebody and she really hates the ring, yeah, I'm not gonna be like you have to take this ring. I'm also flexible in that way.
Hmm.
My hands are so
Yeah.
dry.
Kapsuki.
Hey, you know
But yeah,
what? Later, ask your wife what she thinks and let me know. I
no, I know. I
yeah.
already know what my
You
wife would
already
say.
know? Okay. Was she really
Yeah.
picky about her ring?
No, it's. I don't think it's about being picky about the ring. It's about the process of buying something for somebody, right? Like I can buy all the things I want now, but like that's there's something about the process. Like if I'm
What? This
buying
is
a
a process.
house,
Uh-huh.
like buying a house, right? Like
Catering
with
to
my
the preferences of the person intended. Is
yeah,
that what you're talking about? But
yeah.
okay, in How I Met Your Mother, you used How I Met Your Mother earlier. Remember when Ted bought a house for his future family? What's the
Uh-huh.
difference?
Well,
Same.
the difference is she was locked into something that she had no say on.
I think it.
Some people are okay with that, I
Yeah,
guess,
I think it
but
worked out for him.
some people, I mean, first of all, it's a fictional character, so I don't know
It's
what
real
point you're trying to
somewhere.
make.
Okay. What? Anyway, you okay?
No, actually, you know what's funny? I actually know
No, it's
one person.
romantic and sweet. Go ahead.
I know one couple where actually I know two couples where they already had a house before the marriage.
Like the
One
guy?
of those couples, yeah, the guy. One of those couples, they got a divorce.
Why? Because of the house?
I don't know. I don't
Oh.
know what the but
Hey, that
they
could be a like it might not even
but
be
listen.
correlated. Okay, go
And
ahead.
the other couple, they've since moved out of that house and they've moved into a different house.
Because she hated the house so much?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
What
But
the heck?
so
Okay.
listen to the point though,
I
right?
don't see the point. Okay.
The point is like first of all, I think a house is actually easier to do that with because you can move to a different house. Once you've given an engagement ring, like the normal convention isn't to like trade it in for
You get
something
no,
else.
you can people upgrade their rings. A lot of
Like,
people,
yeah,
yeah.
no. People upgrade parts of their rings, not necessarily the whole ring.
I think both ways it goes. I think some people buy whole new rings.
Do who?
So
Do you know?
Tiffany actually has a policy. So say you buy a $15,000 ring. If
Mhm,
later in life you're richer, which I guess Tiffany buyers are usually get richer,
uh-huh.
if you bring back the ring, if you buy a ring that's worth double, you only have to pay the difference at any time.
That's stupid.
Why
Okay.
is that stupid?
I think
You're
that's dumb.
stupid. What
I
the
think that's
heck?
dumb. Go
What?
ahead. Go
Wait,
ahead.
for Tiffany or for the consumer? Like, who's dumb?
Yeah, the consumer.
Why? If you buy a $30,000 Tiffany ring, you only have to pay $15,000.
No, I think it's dumb because of like what Tiffany is
Oh,
doing.
because it's so inflated. A lot of
Yeah.
luxury brands are inflated. That's just how our world is. Well, yeah, like because people, I guess people in the resale market, like second buyer market, they don't really care about the name brand of a ring. They just care about the metal and the gold and the
Yeah.
diamond, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
But anyways, all this to say, it could be good, it could be bad, but why risk it being bad?
no, if worst case, if it's bad, we just get another ring. I see no downside. There's zero downside.
No, there's way more downside than that.
What? What's
It
the downside?
the person that you really love could be offended by the fact that you thought that, you know, pre-buying
Don't you
engagement
think that's kind of wait? I really feel like that's okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
you yourself, you've had mixed reactions, right? It hasn't been a consensus. So there's definitely people out
Out of
there
the
thinking
3
that,
ladies I've asked, 2 out of 3.
yeah,
And
30%.
no, but we can just go get another. Okay, so like I I assume most engagements you talk about it before. We'll talk about it, and I'll tell her about the ring. And if she's like, "Oh, I don't like that," okay, I'll get you a new ring. If I
Yeah.
really, but again, like that's a little bit of a. I mean, so one of the girls, I'm not gonna tell you which one. One of the girls was like, "I don't even care if it's $1,000 ring. I just don't want a ring that was used by somebody else." I understand that, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why risk it then? Like if you understand people not being okay with
No, but again,
you,
the meaning of the ring is one. I was like getting ready before I even met you, which is cute. Like I was wanting to get married, and I got this very special ring for you. And if you hate it, we can get another one. There's no
you you
downside.
know you know how that could be interpreted?
But
Oh,
anybody is
so
good.
you were just waiting for anybody. You weren't waiting for me.
No, no. The next person is she's it.
No, but that's my point.
Oh, I
It could
see.
be anybody.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna ask anybody to get married.
It could be anybody.
No, no. I mean, like, no. It's
No,
gonna be.
the fact that you have a ring
Uh,
without a intended recipient means that it could be anybody. Like by definition. That ring is meant for anybody. It's not meant for a specific
Well,
person.
I would like to believe that somebody is on the way, a very specific person. But if you like, no, I would only give it to somebody that I want to marry, and I don't want to marry anybody. It's for the
But
person that I want to marry.
it could the point is it could
No,
be
yeah,
anybody.
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like it's very, very different. No, this is for the person that the next person that I meet and date and I really want to marry. This is for her. Maybe the next person I date is a crazy person, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But
So,
yeah.
but and that's a little weird too, right? You bought this ring. The next person that you date is by default kind of the intended
No,
recipient.
no, this is for my wife. I don't know if it'll be the next girl I date or the third girl I date from now. But yeah, it's for my wife, not for some random girl I don't, have compatibility with.
No, but if you have an engagement ring and you also have a friend, wouldn't the girlfriend think, "Oh, this ring is eventually going to be for me"?
Well, I wouldn't tell her until wait, I don't get it. Like
You're not
she
going to tell your wife that you have an engagement
no,
ring or
my next
your
girlfriend?
girlfriend.
No, I'm not gonna tell every girlfriend, hey, I have an engagement ring. If this goes good, you can you can have it.
Oh, okay, so that's a little weird.
What? That
Like,
is weird.
aren't you kind of like hiding stuff?
Excuse me? I think you're nitpicking. I really think it's a very sweet gesture. Huh?
It's not sweet because you're holding out to
Holding
like,
out.
yeah, you're not. I don't know. The whole thing is weird.
No,
I
okay.
think,
Even so I own a house. That's
uh-huh.
that's silly. Like, hey, I have a good
Again, that's fine because you can sell a house and
you can
that's
sell the ring.
normal.
How many
But if
times?
if
What are
you're
you
gonna
hey,
sell
hey,
the ring, why go ahead and buy it now is the point.
because
Like,
because it's a great deal. And I really like the ring. I really okay. So I think the biggest issue you have is because it's intended for a TBD, right?
yeah,
Yeah. I
that's
mean,
weird.
I really don't feel like that's a big deal. I want to know exactly why you think that's such a big deal.
Because I think when you decide to make a commitment, you should go through the process in that natural order. Like, if it was for sentimental reasons, I would feel differently about it, right? Like, if it was like, "Oh, this is the ring that my grand so I'm gonna save it for my next girlfriend." Like, something like that, I think it is sweet. But to just say, "Hey, like, I found this cool financial deal, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy an engagement ring, in case I meet somebody." Yeah, let's do that. Like, that doesn't it's not as sweet as you think it is, I think. It's you're just trying to game a financial opportunity that has been presented to you. Like, and like who when they're being asked to commit their lives to another person wants to hear the thing that I got to show you my commitment is this interesting financial opportunity that I had at, you know what I mean?
No, no, I 100% disagree. You know what? If like if I was the lady and my future whatever, I'd be like, that is an incredible gesture because, well, like the only issue that I would have as a lady is, again, if he was reusing a ring that he was engaged to somebody else with, like that would be kind of crazy. But no, like, oh, you got it from your friend who, his engagement broke off. It's not like, yeah, and like I want to give my wife something really really nice, and this is the most I can afford. I think that's really really
No,
nice.
yeah,
This is
you wanna give something nice to some person, not specifically the person that you're gonna meet. I think that's the part that we
I
need to
don't get
focus on.
it. No, I know you keep saying that, but I really don't get it. Like this, yeah, I have no idea who my future person is gonna be, but I'm
Okay, okay, you know
looking
what?
for
Actually,
her. Uh-huh.
I have the perfect example.
All
You
right.
you're you're big on birthday gifts, right?
Sure.
Well, what if a birthday gift I gave you
Mm.
was just from a stockpile of gifts that I just happened to have?
It's a good value,
Yeah,
and I like it.
I don't know, you might.
No, again, if she doesn't like it, we can figure it out and work it out. But if it's something you got as a good deal and it's from a random pile and I like it, I would love that gift because I just care that you cared about my birthday. I actually, yeah, for actually, I don't think it's a good example for you. For birthdays, I care more that you remember it than, and you were 2 weeks late, by the way, but I care more that you remember it than what you get me for it.
So, like,
And that's you
but
know what? That's a perfect analogy because, like, the
uh-huh,
lady I want to marry, I,
mhm.
I think it's more about the meaning behind it, not the item itself.
I
Yeah.
think you need to speak to more ladies about
You're
this.
right. No, I'm very open. I'm very open to that. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
stuck in this opinion, but it's too late. I already started making payments.
Yeah.
Worst
No, I'm
case,
s
I'll just sell it. Worst
okay.
case.
But
Yeah.
who if how
No,
how
listen,
is
hey,
easy
but it's 20 to 40% value, so it could be
yeah.
up to 6K. So wait, what's 2 and 4 to
Who
2 to 6?
who's gonna wanna buy an engagement ring that's been sold twice? Like, that's
What?
on its 2nd owner already.
A lot of people. eBay and pawn shops. And I have all the original paperwork. I have the original box. Like, this is
Yeah.
and plus, I'm also getting it from a seller I trust. eBay, who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows, right? This is a
Yeah, you know what?
genuine Tiffany's ring.
I really hope that this becomes a really good financial investment
No,
for
you know
you.
what? I'm calling my like home run. I'm calling it right now. Like, something
Okay.
about this ring, something about this year. I don't know what
Uh-huh.
it is. I honestly have no idea what it is, but I have a good feeling about all of
You
this.
know you know what I think is gonna happen?
What? This will
You're
be the
you're
reason my
gonna
engagement breaks off?
this will be the reason why you fight during your engagement.
No, listen. Okay, like,
Uh-huh.
okay, one of my professions, right? One of my professions, the lady that has to like be very okay with my one of my professions, that kind of
Uh-huh.
lady, I feel like she'd be very like okay with it. You know what I'm
If
saying?
she's already needing to be okay with that, you're gonna have to add on another thing that she has to be okay with. You don't wanna
What's
make it
another
easier
thing?
for her.
Wow.
The ring. The other thing is the ring.
No, no, no. I'm talking about like this is the I know a lot of okay, so people within my field, chosen field, I know a lot of their like wives and
Mhm.
they all have a very flexible, chill vibe. I think they would have all I think every lady I know of, okay, half of the ladies I know of, they would
Uh-huh.
appreciate it. They would very much appreciate this gesture.
You should talk to those people. I think you'd be surprised by their
You know
responses.
what? I actually will. I will talk to some of those wives that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Like, I think because like a lot of people within my field, they don't make that much money. I think they would
Mhm.
like really appreciate. Yeah, that's really really nice that you try to do something nice for your future, wife slash fiance. I am trying to do something incredibly nice. Like, I want to give her something that I can't normally afford to do. And it's like a sign of, you know what, I will make every effort to give you the nicest things. But she probably like I don't want her to care about all that nice stuff, luxury brands and luxury cars and things like that.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
again, I have a really good feeling about this. I don't know why. I have no idea why. It
I
might not work out. No, you're no. I'm okay with the possibility that it might not work out. You have 2 seconds.
yeah. Okay.
All
Cool.
right.